goodness! I awoke with a start. The air in my room had gotten notably cooler, and I was shivering. I must have fallen asleep. Rubbing my eyes, I glanced at my clock. The needles indicated it was 6:45. It's already this late? It was black outside my window, streaked with lines from the still pouring rain. Sure hope it's sunny tomorrow. Sunny, for my exam. The weight of the next day held for me came rushing into my mind. I'd practiced the interview process with my teachers quite thoroughly, but I was still really nervous. Okay, I need to make sure I'm ready for tomorrow. There was still a little time before dinner. My mind swimming, I decided I'd take this opportunity to clean out all the notes and textbooks. I wouldn't need tomorrow for my bag.
残しておくものは学生証でしょ。それからハンカチとティッシュ。
Let's see. Student ID needs to stay, obviously. Handkerchief and tissues.
受験票も忘れずに入れて。それからペンケース。
Gotta make sure I don't forget my exam ticket. Oh, and my pen case.
あれ？
Huh?
嘘！ペンケースがない！
Oh crap, where's my pen case?
学校に忘れてきちゃった。
Did I leave it at school?
さーっと血の気が引いた。
My face suddenly went pale.
別に筆記用具で困ったわけじゃない。家にはいくらでも代わりがある。
Really, I shouldn't have been too concerned over writing implements. We had tons at home.
だけど、あの中には司くんから借りた受験必勝鉛筆が入っているのだ。
But that case held the pencil that Tsukasa had given me for guaranteed success on my exam.
取ってこなくちゃ。
I have to go get it.
お母さん、私ちょっと学校に忘れ物取りに行ってくる。
Hey Mom, I forgot something at school, so I'm gonna run back for a sec.
え？もうすぐご飯できるわよ。
Huh? But dinner's almost ready.
すぐ戻るから。
So that's okay. I'll come right home.
そう。雨も降っているし、気をつけていくのよ。
All right, it's still raining though, so be careful. I will.
あの鉛筆は絶対に明日試験会場へ持っていかなければならないものの一つだった。だから私は迷うことなく学校に戻る道を選んだ。
That pencil was one thing I absolutely needed to bring with me to the test, and so, without hesitation, I ran back down the road to school.
降りしきる雨の中、足元に気を配りながら全速力で走る。走っている間、ちらりと頭をよぎるのは起きた時の時間だった。
I was sprinting as close to full speed as I could get without slipping in the downpour. All the while, the numbers on my bedroom clock ran through my mind.
6時45分。七不思議で語られていた時間は夜の7時。
6:45, and a kind of story was to be believed. Yoshi haunted the school building at 7.
校門前に着いて真っ先に時間を確認した。校舎についている大時計が指し示す時間は6時55分。
As soon as I arrived at the gate, I glanced up at the large clock adorning the schoolhouse. It was now 6:55.
放課後のヨシエさんの怪談話が再び頭をよぎる。
Yoshi after school. I went over the whole scenario in my head as best as I could recall.
10月。雨が降る放課後。夜7時。
So, after classes on a rainy day in October 7th at night.
あのおばあちゃん、もしかしてこうなるのが分かっていて。
Did that old woman somehow know this would happen?
やだな、もう。階段なんてあんなの作り話だって。
Get a hold of yourself, Yui. It's just some old campfire tale.
込み上げてくる恐怖を抑えつけるために声を出して自分を叱咤する。
I was talking to myself. reprimanding myself in an effort to quell the fear that was welling up in the pit of my stomach.
見上げた校舎に人影はない。こんな時間なら生徒はもう帰宅しているだろうし、先生だってどれくらい残っているのか。
There wasn't a soul to be seen on the grounds. By this time, the students had all gone home. I wondered if any teachers were even still around.
けれど、廊下の電気はまだすべてついていた。あれだけ明るければ、そこまで怖い思いをしなくても教室まで行けるだろう。
Fortunately, the lights were all still on, and it was bright enough that I felt confident I could make it to the classroom without freaking out.
よし。パッと行って、パッと済ましちゃおう。
Okay, I'll just run up, grab the case, then come right back down. I folded up my soaked umbrella and left it on the rack by the entrance, then changed into my indoor shoes. Then entering the brightly lit hall, I took another look around.
やっぱり生徒は誰も残ってないみたい。
See, if I needed to run back and get something, I would have grabbed like one of my friends and be like, hey, I forgot this at the school. Wanna come with me? Probably all of them would say like, hell no, go get it yourself. And then I'd be sad because then I'd have to go back into a creepy school by myself. But at least I would make the attempt to at least like contact somebody. My deep sigh echoed through the deathly silent corridor. Ordinarily, the din? I feel like that's wrong. The din? Whatever. Ordinarily, the din of other students would drown out noises like this, but every little sound was coming through crystal clear at this late hour.
急がなくちゃ。もうすぐ7時だ。
I need to hurry, it's almost 7. I quickly beeline towards classroom 3-4.
今朝のおばあさんね。さっき亡くなったみたい。
About that old woman from this morning, she passed away a little while ago.
その天神小学校で放課後校舎の見回りをしていた女の先生が誤って階段から落ちて死んだんだって。
It said that one day after school, a female teacher who had been patrolling the grounds slipped and fell down the stairs and died.
その日は10月のちょうど今日みたいに雨が降る放課後で、時刻はそう夜の7時を過ぎたあたり。
The accident took place on a rainy October day just like this one and occurred just after 7 at night.
こういう日はヨシエさんが出るんだって。
And supposedly Yoshi still appears on days like this.
天神小学校がなくなってしまったことに気づいていないヨシエさんは如月学園の廊下を見回って歩いているんだよ。
Ever unaware that she died at Heavenly Host these many years ago, she now walks the halls of Kisaragi Academy, believing them to be her own.
もう何考えてるのよ私。七不思議なんて司くんも言ってたじゃない。深く考えない方がいいって。
Jeez, what the hell is wrong with me? Why am I letting this bother me so much? Tsukasa was right. I shouldn't dwell on this. Well, that's enough to freak you out. Holy fuck. That was loud! Lightning flashed and thunder resounded with impeccable timing. I jumped in spite of myself.
とにかくパッと教室に行ってペンケース取ってこなくちゃ。
I just need to hurry up these stairs, grab the pen case, and get the hell out of this creepy building. No ghost should show up in a well-lit building like this, right? And just... Oh. And even if they did, they wouldn't be very scary under these bright lights.
あのペンケースに入ってる鉛筆は明日の試験にどうしても必要なの。
I absolutely need that pencil for tomorrow's test.
だってあれは司くんがくれたお守りなんだもの。
It's my good luck charm after all, and it's from Tsukasa. I picked up the pace as I continued to head straight for room 334.
り誰もいないのね。
What the fuck was that? What was that? That was like right in my ear. Like right in my ear. What was that? See, I don't know how well the sound is for you guys, but like if you're play this game with headphones, it's quite an experience. The middle school is already pitch black. I guess there really is no way else around now.
それにしても今日はいつもよりこの廊下が長い感じがする。ただでさえこの廊下で遅刻しそうになるくらいなのに。
And this hallway feels longer today than it ever has before. Was it always like this? Can't imagine I'd ever be on time if it were. I continued my brisk walk down the impossibly long hallway towards my goal, jumping every now and again whenever the thunderclap sounded. Kisaragi Academy was comprised of both a middle school and a high school. And this evening it really felt like it was flaunting its massive size. Didn't help that my classroom was in the high school wing, which happened to be past the middle school, making it seem that much farther away.
いつもは賑やかな場所がこんなにも静まり返っていると余計に物寂しい気がするな。
When a building that's usually so full of life goes completely quiet, it becomes such a lonely place.
雨の音がやけに大きく聞こえるよ。
I swear I can hear every drop of rain. I was focusing on the scant few seconds around me as I paced down the long, lonely corridor. Then all of a sudden... I heard a faint noise as of someone playing an organ. Organ?!
今の空耳だよね。そうに決まってるよ。
That was just my imagination, right? I mean, it had to be.
こんな時間に音楽室で楽器を鳴らす人なんているわけないし。
So there's no way anyone would still be here practicing, right? I took a deep breath, trying to calm my nerves. Okay. It was probably the sounds of the rain, wind, and thunder mixing together. It just sounded like an organ, that's all. I was convinced. I kept walking. But then... I heard the same noise again. Ah! That was not cool! Oh my god! Okay, no, you guys would not have seen this. But literally, as soon as that happened, as soon as the organ played, my lights just fucking flickered. What the fuck? Oh my god. I'm freaking out. Hold on. Okay. Okay, that was extremely weird and scary. What the fuck? Now it's raining outside. The spirits are trying to tell me something. Bad shit, man.
嘘。やだ。
No way. I was paralyzed with fear. My heart was pounding as if it were struggling to break free from someone's grasp. Someone's grasp? Someone's sinister grip. Oh my god.
きっとまだ吹奏楽部の子とか先生が残って弾いてるんだよね。そうだ。そうに決まってるよ。
It's probably just some devout member of the band or a teacher who's working late. I'm just being stupid. Thinking about it, I vaguely recalled someone mentioning an upcoming performance by the Wind Instrument Club. I guess an organ would qualify. Would an organ qualify? Whatever. Somebody must have stayed late to practice, that's all.
何でもかんでも怖い話に直結させちゃいけないな。
I can't get that damned ghost story out of my head. I took another deep breath and tried again, to calm my overly jittery nerves.
怖いと思ったら何でも怖く思えるものだよね。
Anything can be scary if you think it is. I heard that if you let your imagination run too wild, fear can even make you see things that aren't there. And my imagination was most definitely running wild. Vivid.
あとちょっとで教室だから走っていこう。
I'm almost there. I might as well sprint the rest of the way. I decided to dash towards my classroom so I could get out of this hall as quickly as possible. Oh my goodness. Finally reaching the familiar door, I swiftly opened it and flicked on the lights.
やっとたどり着いた。あとはペンケースを忘れないようにしなくちゃ。
Alright, I made it now. Now I just have to be absolutely certain I don't leave here without the pen case again. Thanks to all my unexpected pauses to freak out over thunder and lightning, it took me far longer than it should have to get here. It was already well past 7.
7時か。
7 o'clock, huh? It was the appointed time when the ghost of a teacher was supposed to appear, at least, according to the school legend.
何もないじゃない。
So, no undead educators here. I let out a sigh of relief and relaxed my shoulders a bit. The lights were on both inside the classroom and out in the hallway. Sure, it was still dead silent, but the fear I'd been feeling had completely melted away.
全然怖くないよ。やっぱり七不思議だなんて嘘だったんだな。
Yeah, there's nothing to be afraid of. The 7 wonders aren't real. I grabbed the pen case I'd come back for and shoved it into my pocket.
よし、これで任務完了だね。
Okay, mission accomplished. With my long ordeal behind me, more or less, I looked around the classroom and let out another sigh. I'd only ever known this classroom when it was bustling with activity, and thus found its eerie silence and utter stillness to be oddly fascinating.
教室に私一人ってなんだか不思議な感じがするな。
Such a strange feeling being alone in a classroom like this. I got the idea in my head to try doing something I normally wouldn't be able to, like standing at the teacher's podium and writing on the blackboard.
こんなシチュエーションめったにないし。
Chances like this don't come around too often, after all. To me, the area behind that podium, from which teachers conduct their lessons, was like a sacred space. I dreamed of standing there myself one day, and could hardly resist its pull when presented with a rare opportunity like this.
今なら誰も見てないし。
Well, no one's looking. To my classmates, this would seem like such a silly, stupid dilemma, but that didn't change the way I felt at the moment.
どうしようかな。
Should I, or shouldn't I? Oh. I'll save? It can't hurt. Stand at the podium.
よし、少しだけ先生の気分を味わっちゃえ。
How can I pass this up? It's a chance to feel like a real teacher. I decided I had to try it. Doing daily cleanup and such, I'd come and gone from this spot countless times. But this was the first time I've ever had an opportunity to just stand here and preside over the classroom.
そうか。先生からはこんな風に見えるんだ。
So
教
this
室って。
is how it looks to be a teacher, huh?
なんかちょっとドキドキする。
It's kind of awe-inspiring. Gaining a teacher's point of view, in the most literal sense, was starting to get me really fired up. It may seem silly now, but this was my stage. This is where all my dreams would play out.
私も
Someday. I began to imagine the future that awaited me. Painstakingly detailing some new piece of knowledge for students, sitting attentively at their desks. Gliding chalk across the board, filling it with information to aid them in their studies.
いつか先生になれるといいな。
So, I sure hope I can make the cut one of these days. I was getting so excited that I even began to think my behavior was a little strange. Maybe it was the what? Juxtaposition of these joyous, freeing visions and the prickling dread I'd been feeling up until just a moment or two before. But then in a blink of an eye, one of these two conflicting motions completely overpowered the other. Ah! Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Crap, is this a blackout? Suddenly my surroundings were bathed in darkness. Going stiff with shock, I stumbled back a step. Ow! My back struck the blackboard with a dull thud.
いきなり何？
What awful timing! I instinctively grabbed hold of the rail where the eraser sat. I felt chalk dust against my fingertips. My panicked heartbeat was making it difficult to breathe. Was this caused by the thunderstorm? If so, it sure picked up a fine time to turn the lights out on me!
しかもオルガンの音まだ響いてる。嘘、なんで？停電になってるならオルガンだって鳴らないはずなのに。
And what's more, I can still hear the sound of the organ. But no, it's an electric organ. How's that even possible? My ears! Was this what the old woman was trying to warn me about? That's impossible. She was no fortune teller or psychic as far as I was aware. How could she possibly have known this would happen? Hell, even if she were a fortune teller or a psychic, predicting the future is the stuff of science fiction. I shook my head.
落ち着くのよ、私。音楽室の方はまだ停電になってないとか、きっとそんな理由だよ。
I need to calm down. Maybe it's just this wing that lost power and the music room is still okay. That seems plausible, right? I curled my chalk-dusted fingers into a fist and silently tried to talk some sense into myself.
ともかく早く校舎を出よう。
I've got to get out of here. I shouldn't have been playing teacher. I should have been in and out by now. Cursing myself a little, I fumbled my way through the darkened classroom. Hello, Cat. You decided to join me again. Why, thank you. I spent so much time in here, you'd think I'd be able to find my way out of it with my eyes closed, as it were. But sadly, that wasn't the case. Smashing loudly into a desk, I knocked it on its side and began tumbling after it, instinctively grabbing at the other desks around me for support. Doing a great job!
といけない。机の中身まき散らしちゃったよ。
Damn it, sounds like I knocked a lot of stuff out of that desk.
元に戻さなくちゃ。
Guess I'll need to put everything back! Still fumbling around blindly, I gathered up all the scattered notes, textbooks, and writing utensils.
でも暗くて何がなんだか。もう何やってるのよ、急いでるのに。本当に年なんだから。
Ugh, I can't tell what's what. This is so embarrassing. What the heck am I doing anyway? Wasn't I supposed to be hurrying home? I'm such a klutz. I let out a sigh. I seem to be doing that a lot lately.
とこれは教科書とノートでしょ。
Okay, this is a textbook and this is a notebook, right? I was trying to take inventory of all the things I knocked out of the desk, then realized why. I might as well just stand it up. I might as well just stand it up and stuff it all back in.
さすがに全部を間違いなく元に戻すのは無理だな。明日ここの席の子に謝らなくちゃ。
I couldn't possibly organize it properly in absolute darkness. Better just to apologize tomorrow to whoever sits here. Not that that was a particularly pleasant prospect. Explaining what I'd done wouldn't be easy, and no matter how I sugarcoated it, it would serve as a clear indication of my clumsiness. If I didn't say anything, it's not like I'd be found out, but that would mean the same as lying as far as I'm concerned. And I couldn't do that. You're so sweet.
これで最後かな。
Okay, I think I got everything. I placed my hand against the floor and swept it around, feeling for anything I might have missed. And I found something, all right.
やだ。何これ。なんだかぬるぬるして。
The fuck, man? What? Gross! What is this? It's all slimy. I clearly brushed my fingers across something, but I had no idea what. It was no notebook or writing implement, though, that's for sure.
机の中からなんでブニュブニュしたものが。
Why would anybody have something like this in their desk? Maybe it had been on the floor all along.
なんだろうこれ。
What is this stuff? I rubbed my sticky fingers a bit deeper into the wet spot, then brought my hand up close to my face so I could get a better look at what was there. What on earth did I just touch? There was a flash of lightning almost immediately joined by a roaring thunderclap. And with it, for a split second, the pitch-black classroom was lit bright as day. I would say what? Say what? Why? God, is that blood? Why is this happening? I shot to my feet, utterly mortified. In that split second, I got a very good look at my fingers, and it really did seem as if they were covered in blood. But it wasn't just my hand. No, if my peripheral vision were to be trusted, it looked like the entire classroom was stained a deep dark crimson.
そういえば、なんとなく生臭い気がする。
But we're not in heavenly... But we're... How? How did this happen? Crap, it kind of smells like blood in here too. Without thinking, I backed away from where I'd been crouching. I tried rationalizing what I saw. How could a whole classroom become a bloodbath like this? Did something spill? Yes, that is the logical explanation. A giant bag of blood just happened to spill all over the classroom. Did someone stumble in here injured?
ありえない。そんな、何よこれ!
This isn't possible. It can't be. I mean, how? My whole body was quaking. I fled from the classroom. Or rather, I tried to flee. Oh no.